Hi, 你们好. In this video, we're going to learn how to say different countries' names in Chinese. So basically, there are two general rules when you learn how to say different countries' names in Chinese. So the first one, we normally translate the sound of the country's name in English into the Chinese sound. Okay, so it's like sound translation. We find the similar sound in Chinese to the sound of English, and then we translate that sound into the Chinese version of the name of the country. And sometimes if it is hard to find equivalent sound between Chinese and English, then we might find the similar sound between the Chinese and the sound of the language from that country, and we translate that sound of that language into the Chinese to name that country. Okay, I hope that I'm explaining clearly. So basically, in a nutshell, we translate the sound of that country from its original language into the sound of the Chinese, okay, to give that country's name. Okay, and the second one, I will cover that in details later. Okay, so I want to cover the first rule, which is translating the sound. So there are a few countries in the world, actually many countries in the world, that are translated into the Chinese sound. So for example, a very, very outstanding one is Australia. Okay, so we translate the sound, which is 澳大利亚. So you can see this is the pinyin, 澳大利亚. Okay, all the four pinyin syllables, the four sounds are the fourth falling tone. Okay, the fourth falling tone. So each syllable corresponds to one character. So this is how you write this character, 澳. Okay, this is 澳. And second one, 大利. And last character, 亚. Okay, so each character has its specific meaning, but when these characters are chosen to make this country's name, it's just purely this character altogether sounds like the country's name in English, which is Australia. That's why we choose these four characters. So with these four characters put together, they don't have specific meaning. They just mean Australia. Okay, clear? So 澳大利亚 means Australia. Good. This country is another example of the sound translation of the name of its country from the original sound into the sound of the Chinese, the similar sound in Chinese. So Japan. Japan in Japanese is Nippon. Okay, so Nippon. And we found the similar sound in Chinese to name this country based on the original sound in Japanese. So in Chinese, we call it 日本. Okay, so 日本, Nippon. Okay, do they sound similar? 日本, Nippon. Okay, so we also find the character that corresponds to each pinyin sound we put here. So 日, this is how you write this character. 日. Okay, and for 本, this is the character that has this sound, 本. Okay, as well. So these two are the characters that make up this word 日本, which means Japan. So this country Italy, it's very easy for you to remember how to say that in Chinese because the sound is very similar. So Italy in Chinese is 意大利. Sounds very similar to its original sound, right? Okay, so these are the 3 pinyin syllables that resemble the original sound Italy. 意大利. Okay, all of them are the 4th falling tone. Okay, so we also find the character that has each sound. So this character has a sound E, the 4th falling tone. And then Da, we choose this character, and Li is this character. Again, each character has specific meaning, but when they're put together, they only function as the name of this country. Okay, so they don't have specific meaning anymore when they're put together. They just mean the name of the country. Okay, 意大利 means Italy. So the last example of the sound translation of a country's name from its original language's sound to the sound or similar sound in Chinese. So this country is Spain. Spain in Spanish is Hispania, right? Hispania. So we translate this sound, Hispania, into the similar sound in Chinese, which is 西班牙. Okay, 西班牙. So there are 3 pinyin syllables. So the character that matches the pinyin, the first one is this character. Okay, 西, and then second character, 班, and third character. Okay, so you can see if you have learned the 3 characters before, 西 can mean west, right? And 班 can mean class. And 牙 actually means tooth or teeth. Okay, so each character has its specific meaning, but when they're put together, they just mean the name of this country, okay, because they're chosen for the sound to represent the country's name in Chinese. Okay, 西班牙 means Spain. Well done.